Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 43 of Naruto, the God of Shinobi. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out Uchiha Naruto, the Sage. I did a new episode on this channel, so go ahead and enjoy that. And also, go ahead and check out Anime King, my main channel. And if you enjoy the 600 plus what ifs over there, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King family. And also, I posted a new episode of What If Naruto was trained by Kaguya over there. And I also posted a new episode of What If Naruto created his own village. So go ahead and check out those and enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice guys, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and become a part of the channel. And thank you all for your help and your support. And without further ado, let's get straight into this. So, the last time we left off, Naruto faced off against the previous Hokage and Madara and his brother. In the end, Naruto defeated the Hokages. In the end, Madara was the only one left behind, and Naruto showed him that their powers are in two different leagues. With the Jubi, Naruto was able to bring Madara down to his knees, as Madara realized that he lost his battle. It was then that Dark Naruto appeared. Because Naruto used a Jubi that was consist of darkness, Dark Naruto hopped on and came out as well, using the Rinnegan to create a body of his own. As both him and Naruto faced off against each other, and with the 9 tails, Naruto showed him that his power is stronger than his. As Naruto beat him back, it was then Madara vanished, as Kabuto found a way to get control of Madara, as he didn't understand it himself. Dark Naruto then flee after Naruto beat the crap out of him. Naruto was about to kill him, but he used a force of the Jubi's power that he sucked off and blew back Naruto. He then disappeared, as he found Kabuto in the woods running away. He then told Kabuto to heal him, and he will give him whatever he can desire. As Kabuto smiled, as now he had another way to defeat Naruto. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So, let's start this new episode. So, they're gone then, said Mito as she walked beside Naruto and Kushina. Naruto could only nod. Yes, it seems like our work here is done for now. What are we going to do now? Asked Kushina as she looked around. We need to regroup, said Naruto as he looked up at the sky. This is only the beginning of things. The real war starts here and now. The three of them then turned around to see Mikato, Sasuke, and the rest running towards them at a great speed. It seems that they succeeded then, said Mito with a small smile. It seems like things have ended here, said Mikato as she stopped in front of them with the rest behind her. As Naruto turned around with a nod, as he missed the look that Mikato gave him, but Kushina or Sasuke didn't miss it. She gave him a weird look. Let's go, we have to get everyone else before leaving here, said Naruto as he and the rest of them headed off. Yes, Naruto thought to himself, this is only the beginning. In Konoha, something was taking place as well. Shikaku Nara could only sigh at what the Yamanaka in front of him was telling him. So you're telling me that it's impossible to look into Hayashi's brain to see his memories, asked Shikaku as he held his forehead. He, along with Ibiki and Anko, and several Anbu members were in a hospital with a Yamanaka, and in the center of the room lay one Hyuga Hayashi on an operating table. The Yamanaka shook his head. It's not that it's impossible, it's just only Inoichi, the head of our clan, could do it perfectly. I can try, but I can't guarantee what will happen. We need to take the risk, said Ibiki from his spot next to the wall. Why are you two so sure that Naruto wasn't the one that killed him, just for the hell of it? A Anbu asked in a cat mask, aka Yujeo. Because risking coming into the village just to kill Hayashi, Seem far-fetched, answered Shikaku. Or that is part of something bigger, answered Ibiki. I see, muttered Yujito. Do it, said Shikaku to the Yamanaka clan member. The Yamanaka then placed a hand on Hayashi's head as the room was silent. A few minutes later, the Yamanaka member was on the floor screaming in pain. What is going on? Asked Ibiki as Shikaku turned to Hayashi's body as it was turning black. As Anko was in the corner of the room smiling by herself. With Tsunade, she was currently jumping from tree branch to tree branch with Kakashi on her back after finding him in a collapsed room with a bunch of debris on him she had taken off with him. What's wrong with you? Said Tsunade, getting yourself injured like this when I need you the most. Kakashi simply chuckled. I am sorry about this, but it seems that I was way over my head. Tsunade glanced back at him. What's that supposed to mean? She asked. Well, I don't know how to put this. Well, it seems like my old teammate is still alive. Tsunade raised an eyebrow as she placed Kakashi down to lay him next to the tree trunk. What do you mean? She asked. Which one of your teammates? Obito Uchiha, said Kakashi. As Tsunade was surprised as she heard about that mission long time ago. What happened at the bridge and about his teammate that got crushed by a rock. And that was also the day that Kakashi was known as Kakashi of the Sharingan. How can this be possible? Said Tsunade as her eyes were widening in shock. I don't know, said Kakashi as he shook his head, but he was the one who defeated me, and he would have killed me if the room hadn't collapsed. As Tsunade remembered when a Uchiha appeared out of a vortex when she was fighting off against Mito back in Konoha, as she wondered if he was the one. This is troubling, muttered Tsunade. Kakashi could only nod in agreement as a vortex then appeared right between the both of them. What's this? Asked Tsunade curiously. Knowing what it was, Kakashi screamed, Tsunade, move! Following the warning, Tsunade jumped out of the way just in time to dodge a fist that came straight out of the vortex. As she turned back to the site, Kakashi was still sitting there, as the same Uchiha that she was thinking about appeared. So, that's him, thought Tsunade with a frown. You didn't think that I was really going to let you get away, didn't you? Asked Obito, as his back was turned to Kakashi. Kakashi could only chuckle without any humor. No, I didn't think so. Obito then turned his head as he glanced back at his old comrade. So you're not that stupid then. So, you really are Obito then, said Tsunade, catching Obito's attention. Obito then turned his head as he looked at Tsunade. How do you know that? Kakashi here has informed me, said Tsunade. Oh, said Obito as he turned and looked at Kakashi again. So you believe me now, don't you? Kakashi didn't respond at that. Obito then turned back to Tsunade. Yeah, it's me. I am Uchiha Obito. Obito then looked over at Tsunade. I must say, you haven't changed at all, Tsunade. I know it's because of that genjutsu, but still, nice. Tsunade didn't respond to that. So, you're on my grandmother's side, aren't you? As she ignored the comment about her looks. I wouldn't say I am on her side, replied Obito with a chuckle. But if you're asking if we're on the same side, then yes. So, you knew about what happened in the Uchiha clan then? Asked Tsunade as she tightened her fists. Well, I really don't give a rat ass about what happened to the Uchiha clan. That is Mikato, not me. The reason why I'm doing this, well, you won't understand at this point. Tsunade then jumped up into the air as she came at Obito at top speed as she swung her leg forward as she cracked something. As she saw orange ribcage. Oh my, you actually cracked it, said Obito. Your strength is impressive, thought Obito, noticing the crack in his basic Susanoo form. Tsunade then flipped back as a bony hand appeared where she was. This must be the Susanoo that I heard of, thought Tsunade as she observed Obito with a calculating look. Lightning blade! As Obito turned around to see Kakashi coming at him with his lightning blade. So he can still move, Obito thought. I got to make it, thought Kakashi within his mind. I thought I already made this clear that this wouldn't work on me. As Obito disappeared to Susanoo, and Kakashi phased right through him. As Kakashi then collapsed on the ground, holding his stomach in pain. I am still too injured from before, thought Kakashi in pain. Challenging me when you're that injured, said Obito as he walked up to Kakashi, shaking his head. I am not that brat that you knew me as, Kakashi, said Obito. I'll be taking my eye back now. Don't forget about me, said Tsunade as she appeared behind Obito. I haven't, said Obito, as Tsunade phased right through him. What kind of jutsu is this? Tsunade thought in shock. This is none of your business, said Obito as a chain appeared around Tsunade, wrapping her tightly. Do you think that these can hold me? Said Tsunade as she tried to break them, only to be shocked when she couldn't. These chains prevent you from using chakra, meaning that your unusual strength is not going to work right now. Tsunade could only frown. You, she growled. Like I said, this is none of your business, stated Obito as he walked up to her. Kakashi is my shinobi, so this is my business, said Tsunade. Still stubborn, aren't you? Said Obito with a grin as he stood in front of her. I wonder how long that's going to last. I won't let any of you soil my grandfather's dream, said Tsunade in anger. I am afraid that you're too late to say that, as Obito swing the chains around and slam her straight down into the ground, with them still wrapped around her. Seeing her go down, Obito turned his attention to Kakashi. So Kakashi, this is the end, he said, as he stood in front of the injured shinobi. Kakashi simply closed his eyes, knowing that there was nothing he could do about the situation to the way he currently was. Obito then chuckled as Kakashi heard lightning, as he saw lightning coursing off of Obito's hand. That's my, yes, to be killed by your own jutsu. Kakashi merely closed his eyes again. Seeing this, Obito brought his right hand forward. Down on the snowy ground, Tsunade was still struggling with the chain, as it then vanished. As she quickly got up to her feet, realizing the man must have disappeared while the chain had gone, as she added chakra to her feet and jumped straight up, as she looked for any signs of Kakashi or Obito. But she only saw a pile of blood on the ground. Damn it, she cursed as she slammed her fist into the tree, destroying it. With Gaara could only look back at the damaged building, not believing what just happened. We need to get going, said Oniki as he floated next Gaara, as Temari were running in front of them. As her brother was dead, Kankuro. When the room collapsed, he quickly saved Temari and he looked for Kankuro's body, but he couldn't find it anywhere. And they couldn't do a good search because of the urgency of the situation, so they had to leave his body behind. There will be a time for you to get revenge, but not this time, said Oniki, as Gaara just glanced back once more, as he then kept on moving. Back with Naruto and his group, they caught up to B, the Raikage and Fu, and Mei, as all of them was talking, while Naruto was sitting by himself, glancing out nowhere. It's meaningless to think about something like this, said Kurama with a sigh. No, it isn't, Naruto replied. There is something out there, something important about me that I don't know yet, and I am tired of people knowing things and I don't. So, said Kurama, why do you care about something like this? You yourself have said that you don't care about what people think about you. This is different, said Naruto. This is way different, and I am sure you know what it is. Yes, of course I know this is different, said Kurama. But what do you intend to do about it? I am going to ask the being that know all, said Naruto, as he then stood up. After the encounter that he just had with Madara, he was through with all this damn mystery that was placed on him. And what about the preparations for the war? Kurama asked. The rest can handle that, answered Naruto, as he then turned to the others. So, it's settled then, said Mito as she looked at the individual. I, with Fu, Roshi and Han, will head to the Rain Village and re-establish order there and get the village on our side. In the meantime, I will head to the Cloud Village with Sasuke and his group, as well as the Raikage and his group, said Mito with a small grin. Mito then nodded at that. Alright, then Naruto will... I have something else to take care of, Naruto interrupted. As he appeared beside Kushina, Mito raised an eyebrow. And what exactly is that, she asked. Naruto shook his head. It is personal. The point is that I'll be occupied for the moment. As Naruto started to walk out, as Fu then rushed up to him. Can I come with you? She asked. Fu, you have your plans, said Mito. As Fu then glanced back at Mito, as she looked back at Naruto. So can I? If you wish, said Naruto, as he and Fu headed off. I suppose I'll be going to Kiri then, said Mei as she looked at Utakata and Yagura. Are you two going to come with me? As the both of them nodded. I guess I'll be joining you as well, said Kushina in a soft tone, as she looked at Naruto who walked away. Good luck then, said Mito, as all of them nodded to each other. Where are you going? Fu asked, as she looked at Naruto, as the both of them are running through the snow. To Uzu, Naruto answered as he looked forward. We could have gone with Mizukage and our group then, said Fu with a questionable look. Naruto shook his head at that. No, I don't want anyone else to know about this. Even me? Fu asked, with a small pout, as Naruto chuckled at that. If I didn't want you to know, then you wouldn't be coming with me. As Fu smiled when she heard that. Naruto then stopped, as Fu stopped also. Why did we stop? We're far enough, replied Naruto, as he wrapped his arm around Fu's waist, making her confused and blush at the same time, as his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan flared to life, as he and Fu then disappeared in a dark flash. Back at Konoha, this is just great, said Ibiki. Calm down, said Shikaku, as Ibiki pointed at Hayashi's head. Haven't you seen what just happened? Yes, said Shikaku, but this just proved that Naruto didn't kill Hayashi for no reason, or he wasn't the one that killed him, because if they went through so much trouble to keep us out of his head, something is wrong. With Dark Naruto, he glanced down at his bandaged stomach, as he couldn't believe that he lost Naruto again. Damn you, Kyuubi, thought Dark Naruto. You were supposed to be on my side, not the pathetic other self. Currently, Dark Naruto was in bed, sitting down in an old base that was used by Orochimaru in the Land of Iron. Kabuto then walked into the room with a glass of water in his hand as he handed it to Dark Naruto, who drank it quickly. So, said Kabuto after Dark Naruto finished the water, what do you plan on doing now? What do you think? Said Dark Naruto as he rolled his eyes. After I am finished healing, I am going to kill that bastard. Don't forget about your end of the deal, said Kabuto as he readjusted his glasses. Right, said Dark Naruto. Just let me kill him, and then you can have Naruto's body to do whatever you want with it. That will do for now, said Kabuto. But do you really think going back there is the smart thing to do? Dark Naruto scowled. He got lucky. Next time though, it won't be the same way. Kabuto raised an eyebrow. Really? Because with the Kyuubi, it seems that Naruto hold an advantage over you. It was just luck, said Dark Naruto. Kabuto chuckled. But I am going to offer you something that will make you win without any doubt. No luck involved. And what exactly do you have in mind? Dark Naruto asked. Kabuto chuckled again. I am sure that you have heard of the curse mark, correct? As Dark Naruto smirked. Meanwhile, Obito was lying on one of the many Uchiha hideout in the elemental nations. As he was relaxing, it seems that you're being too relaxed right now, said a voice, as Black Zetsu arrived. And what exactly are you doing here? Asked Obito. Everyone is getting ready for war, answered Black Zetsu, as he too looked up at the sky. He had detached himself from White Zetsu, who went to go and watch what Mito would do in the Rain Village. Well, there's not really anything interesting going on right now, except for what Naruto is doing, said Black Zetsu. And what is he doing? Asked Obito. I have no idea, said Black Zetsu. Obito chuckled as he looked back up at the stars. This story is almost over, isn't it? There are still some things that need to be accomplished before that happens, replied Black Zetsu. We will just see how things turn out then, said Obito. We will see, alright, said Black Zetsu, as he continued to look up at the stars. Meanwhile, Naruto and Fu are currently in Uzu, as Fu was surprised at the destruction state. This is what happened to Uzu, said Koumei, after it was completely destroyed by the Stone Village, the Cloud Village, and Kiri. Then why is Naruto team up with them? Asked Fu to Koumei. Well, that is for him to know, said Koumei, as Fu glanced at Naruto. After a few more minutes of walking, Fu then asked, what exactly are you going to do here? As he looked at Naruto. Naruto simply paused as he stared ahead of him, as Fu just looked forward as well, as she saw a big ruined mansion. It was still standing. Naruto then calmly walked forward as Fu followed behind him as they walked through the building. So, what now? Asked Fu. This, answered Naruto, as he bit his thumb and draw blood as he ran through hand sign. As Naruto brought his hand down, summoning jutsu, Shinigami, he said. Fu shuddered as she felt a dark aura came over the area. It was similar to the one that she felt earlier in the battle. Uzumaki, this is a surprise, said a voice in the darkness. Naruto looked at the Shinigami calmly. I have many things to ask you, Shinigami. The Shinigami chuckled. What made you think that I'll answer them? You have violated our agreement in summoning me for no reason, and there are also no sacrifice. I already gave you the reason, said Naruto as his eyes switched into the Rinnegan. And I am through with this game that you and everyone has been playing. I want my answers now. As Fu was looking at Naruto and the Shinigami, as she wondered what the hell was going on. The Shinigami then went silent, as he then spoke. Alright Uzumaki Naruto, if you want your answers, then I'll give them to you. Naruto simply crossed his arms and tilted his head, showing the Shinigami that he should continue. The Shinigami then brought his cane on the ground as he touched the ground, as Fu and Naruto were transported to somewhere else. Where are we? Thought Naruto as he looked around, as Fu did as well. I don't know, muttered Kurama, as he also looked through Naruto's eyes. Koumei, for his part, went silent as he was just glad that his container was here, so he was going to learn something new. In case you're wondering, this is before the shinobi era, said the Shinigami, way before the Sage of Six Paths as well. Naruto then looked around again as he saw some giant buildings, some one that are far bigger than the one in Rain Village. He also saw some strange technology that he didn't understand either. To understand the things that you seek, I am going to have to tell you everything that has happened to cause reality today, said the Shinigami. This is what happened to your race in the past, and this is what caused the man you know, the Sage of Six Paths, to be existed. As Naruto could only stare at what humanity was like before. They had strange technology, but their lack of strength, they used the technology to make up for it. As everything looked more futuristic, and this was before the Sage of Six Paths, as this place looked like a giant city, as he could see, mostly white. The buildings were white with glass, as he also saw trains running on tracks below. He also saw some flying or hovering vehicle. Well, that was how Naruto could describe it, as this place is so strange. And the people were strange as well, as they all wear a complete white outfit with buttons running down in the middle. Just what kind of place is this, Naruto thought, as he couldn't take everything in, as they were floating above everything. He didn't understand what was going on. Whoa, said Fu, as she looked down. This is incredible, she said. Naruto then turned his attention to the Shinigami. Do you really expect for me to believe that humanity was once like this? Yes, it is the truth. Before the world become the place that you know, the elemental nations, this was how things was in the past. Naruto frowned as he looked down once again to see people going about their business. But this is just the beginning of things, said the Shinigami as he pointed to everything below him. If humanity was so advanced, then how did things end up the way they currently are? What happened to all the technology? What happened to humanity? And how did the Sage of Six Paths fit into this picture? The Shinigami then stopped his staff again, as this time they were now in an office. Fu took several steps forward as he looked around the office. As Naruto walked up to the desk as he saw several documents, papers scattered everywhere with a pen. There was also a picture of a man, a woman, and two kids. Most likely the owner and his family, thought Naruto, as he wanted to know what made this place special enough for the Shinigami to bring them here. As Naruto then placed the paper back down after a few minutes with a frustrated look on his face, the reason why he couldn't read the language that this time used. It looked nothing like what they used. Alright, I give. Why exactly have you brought us here? Naruto asked, facing the Shinigami. Fu brought her attention to the Shinigami as well, as she wanted to know the answer. The Shinigami pointed to the door, as Naruto turned his gaze towards the door, as it opened. But guys, gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out all of the lovely what ifs that I post today. I post a new episode of Uchi and Naruto the Sage, and I also post a new episode of What If Kaguya trained Naruto, and I also post a new episode of What If Naruto created his own village. So enjoy all of the lovely what ifs that I post today, and thank you all for your help and your support. But for right now, I'm out of here. Peace.